It's Tuesday, Snatch fans, so you know what that means. It's time for another chapter of Murder at the Snatch.
Murder at the Snatch. This week, brought to you by me and my 8.5-year-old cactus, who is in rehab. Hello, Master.
I'm snatching early tonight. Stan's with Nanny. Mummy's drunk a bottle of wine.
Okay. And being followed by PC Guns.
Passes by.
Murder at the Snatch. Murder at the Snatch. Murder at the Snatch. Did I kill someone, Snatch?
How lovely to be back. Right.
Murder at the Snatch. Murder at the Snatch. Murder at the Snatch.
Right, do you want to start?
Oh, I'll read the title at least.
All right, go for it.
Then you do the rest of it.
Okay.
Hello, mate. You alright?
It's probably because they paid more than £1.50 for their glasses.
Maybe this time do the credits in the style of Buffy. So you can be like, read by these people. And then it's just like snapshots of like movement and be like, or like every time someone laughs, it'd be like, Eva James at the bottom.
Murder at the Snatch, Chapter 8, Cannon and Clarinet, November 1927.
Captain Cannon Genitalia's hefty boots slammed down on the sandy shore of the beautiful coastal town of Whiff.
Got some lovely alliteration to start the chapter.
It had been a long journey sailing around the world on his vessel, the Wet Dream. Nice.
I like it. I think I'd call my boat the Wet Dream. I think I will. Let's call that boat the Wet Dream. Got here. The trip took somewhere between 4 weeks to 3 years. These are the simple ones.
It was probably the latter. It was the perfect escape from a lifetime with the police. He had seen everything he had wanted to.
The band.
What? From a lifetime. It was the perfect escape from a lifetime with the police. Good.
He had seen everything he had wanted to. All 7 wonders of the world.
He had taken a... Sorry. That's hilarious. He'd taken a piss near to the Taj Mahal.
He had walked the Great Wall of China in high heels as a dare from his friend Billy Cloud. Who is Billy Cloud? Should I know who that is?
He had run up and down El Castillo 16 times, beating Billy Cloud's record of 6.
He had performed Shakespearean monologues outside Petra to much praise. I wonder which ones he did.
He had taken a poo at the top of Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu. Machu Picchu? I'm trying to think of a good pun, but I don't know there is one. Machu Picchu. I'm just making myself laugh now.
He had taken a poo at the top of Machu Picchu poo. Machu Picchu.
Picchu. Machu Peach Poo. Match Poo Peach Poo. Not funny.
Immaturely blue. A raspberry at Christ the Redeemer.
And fucked a European tourist in the middle of the Colosseum. Marvellous. I think I might have done that as well.
Memories to last forever. In my brain too, they will last forever. I might even try a few.
But now he was back, alone.
Billy Clouds was tragically eaten by a hippopotamus. No, Bill! Not my Bill. What a way to go. Hippopotamus, they're quite rowdy, those are. Hippopotami.
Hippopotamus is one of those words that just...
That's true, actually. I didn't really think about the word. It's a funny word. Wow, it is a funny word. There's no other word like hippopotamus. It's a standalone word. Wow, sorry. That's really...
Oh my god.
That's really...
that word in a while.
Okay.
Okay, I'm over it. Stop crying.
Okay, no, I'm good. I'm fine.
There was little fanfare to his arrival. However, his sweetheart, dear Clarinet Pornsack, was there, just as she promised she would be in all her letters.
She was wearing all of the letters. She ran into him, she apologised, she was screaming and crying, "Cannon, oh cannon, my love, my one, my man, my distant heart is back. My cannon, oh cannon, oh cannon, oh cannon, my love, my one, my man. Oh cannon, my love, my one, my man, my distant heart is back."
Yeah. Sounds like an 80s ballad. Not that that did what I was singing. More like a 90s heart attack. Anyways.
Cannon thought it was better to be honest straight away to Clarinet and said immediately, "I fucked a European tourist in the Colosseum."
That's quite something to drop on someone. Without really computing what he had just said, Clarinet continued to pore over Cannon and stated excitedly, "Oh well, doesn't that sound fun? I can't wait for you to tell me all about it."
First, I need to take you back to bed and have you fill my vaginal sandwich. I want you to squirt your population paste on...
I want you to squirt your population paste all over my milk orbs. Oh, why did I just say that? It's been recorded.
It's been 4 weeks or 3 years. I don't know. There's so much in that. And my slipper fell off mid-read of that sentence. Oh, I blew my slippers off. Right, okay. So we've got vaginal sandwich, population paste. That's a good one. Milk orbs. Lovely. Okay.
Clarinet's libido was as relentless as the waves Cannon had been battling over the last 4 weeks or 3 years.
Clarinet looked around.
The sun had set. The beach was dark and beautifully lit by the stars and moon above in the sky, where the stars and moon always were in those days. Ah, this is the best yet. Bit more brandy.
Make me your little moist mermaid, right here on the sand. Whispered Clarinet.
That is my moist mermaid impression.
That's really good.
Thanks. I've ripped it a little bit off from Disney. Sorry, Disney.
She had just this morning finished reading Hans Christian Andersen's The Little Mermaid and had been fantasising all day about Cannon and his magnificent trident probing deep into her clam. That one's gross.
Cannon was tired, but he had missed the warm, snug and tight fit of Clarinet's puss. Fuck. fuck's sake. And since Billy's brutal murder at the mouth of a baby hippo, Cannon...
Baby hippo!
It was a baby hippo.
They're the cute ones.
They're the cute ones. They're not even... Oh, I'm not going to go into it. At the mouth of a baby cannon, at the mouth of a baby hippo, Cannon had entered any orifice, and that was some time ago.
Oh, so him and Billy had a thing, did they? I bet they did.
He felt his mast stiffen, and Clarinet noticed this with her eyes. Really?
She looked at him deeply and said,
I'm going to go over to that rock, pull my knickers to one side, fling my dress over my lower spine. She looked him deeply and said, I'm going to go over to that rock, pull my knickers to one side, fling my dress over my lower spine, and I want you to ram your crow's nest into my hull.
This is right. I like the fact that you're now linking it all to the theme of the beach. It's very clever. You're a very clever writer.
She thought describing his and her generals to things boat related would turn Cannon on. But he just became confused. Horny still, but confused. Crow's Nest didn't really make any sense. You're calling yourself out now, before we have a chance to. I think that's rude. That's me done. I mean, no, come on. That's our job. Everybody here, you know, everybody in this, it is their job to call you out, not yourself. Where was I?
Horny still, but confused.
You're horny.
Cannon put it all down to her being in a mad sexual frenzy and did as he was told. As he slid into Clarinet's 64... Oh, I'm not playing this 64 at all. As he slid into Clarinet's 64-year-old hull, as she called it, Cannon's first thought was... Yep, this feels different to an arsehole.
His throbbing whistle stiffened. Apparently his throbbing whistle is a 1960s kettle.
His throbbing whistle stiffened inside her with each vigorous thrust. Clarinet quickly began to make the same noises as Billy Cloud and the baby hippo made as Mr. Cloud fought unsuccessfully for his life. What do hippos sound like?
I mean, I don't know what that noise would be.
There'd be a little bit of a gurgle, because he'd probably be dragged underwater, sloshing.
Oh, yeah,
Clarinet shrieked euphorically into the nearby seaweed. This is the fucking I've been waiting for, Cannon! You are my youth!
You right, Billy?
Okay, he's entertained. You are my youth.
Her fingernails dug into the rocks. Her thumbnail popped... Oh! Her thumbnail popped off. But she didn't give any tosses whatsoever. That's awful. This isn't fun to think about, this episode.
But she didn't give any tosses whatsoever. She had her dream penis inside her.
The sex had always been superb with Cannon.
She loved him from the moment she saw him in the Snatch only a few months before he left in his full police uniform.
He came to retire, and luckily for Clarinet,
He had came inside her daily too.
He had spoken of his years with the Force, as he called it. Excellent. I hope that is a Star Wars reference. And boy, could she feel his full force right now. Giggity.
He had spent his life in Well, come on the lads, where I apologise.
He had spent his life in Newcastle, working for the police up there. He had seen harrowing things. Harrowing. He would weep to... It's not funny. It's not funny. Weeping isn't funny. It's perhaps not the right music for weeping.
He would weep to her about how he was done with the horrors of working for the police. He came to Cornwall, with specifically, for a slower pace.
It was the perfect end to his career. A few shoplifters here, a couple of slaughtered farm animals there.
Come on, you sound a bit more enthusiastic.
God, I'm so tired.
Come on. I know, but this is a race. Come on.
I don't even know the
Come
guy.
on. Try a bit harder. Come on. Yeah, that's it. We'll play some drama games with her, warm her up. Come on. Murder at the Snatch. Murder at the Snatch. Do justice to Reese's work.
I'm smiling.
Okay, carry on.
Good
Keep
enough.
going.
Okay.
No, carry on. You're doing really good.
What? Upon retiring, he had acquired don't look at me.
Upon retiring, he had acquired at the local auction a large boat. Oh, a large boat. He spent months working on it, and one day broke Clarinet's heart by saying he would be leaving her and Whiff to sail around the world. What a fucking arsehole, not my Clarinet.
One of his 2 lifelong dreams. His other was to have caught the police internally. Not caught the police. His other was to have caught what the police internally called the sex hammer killer. Oh. A man who had been killing sex workers in London for the last year and a half. Could that be Arnie?
A man who had been killing sex workers in London for the last year and a half. He had, however, never had the call to move to London. Oh! Okay, so this is him preparing. He's had all this life experience around the world, and then he obviously gets called to London to go fulfill his other lifelong dream. Okay. He would tell her often how he was good enough. She knew he was too, but she was glad he had retired now and had been settled with her in Dent's Nook Manor. He was back now and nothing could take him away. Oh, there's one little bit left. Okay.
Little did she know that the next morning a call would come to them both that would change their lives forever. Dun, dun, dun. And just as Clarinet thought, her tight little fuckhole would be filled nightly by Canon's sizable sex stick. Sizable sex stick. I like that. Sizable sex stick. Canon's sizable sex stick. He would get the call he had always dreamed of. However, the call he had always dreamed of would some ways down the line be a call that killed Canon genitalia, and life and Whiff would never be the same again.
Such a cliffhanger. Who the fuck do you think you are? Charles Dickens? Dickens? Oh my god. Okay.
Jack just loved it. I've gone mad. Lockdown's sent me mad.
Whoa, mate, and that was a short but sweet one. That was great.
Canon is dead. Canon's died. End of chapter. Because we didn't actually know if he was dead, because there was like, she thought he was somewhere in Whiff or in London. So he is dead.
Kind of perfect.
Oh, it's finished, hasn't it? Goodbye.
Or like every time someone laughs, it'd be like, Eva James at the bottom. Maybe.
Shocked that she's 64. No wonder he's off filling arse.
Is he using a hammer? Oh, he is. Is he using a hand?
Her clam. Clam! Oh, a clammy vagina!
Sorry.
End of chapter!
You right, Bill? You okay in there?
And Clarinet noticed this with her eyes.
Thank you, Constant Reese. Thank you, constant watchers and listeners and whatever else you're doing. I'm a bit hungover, possibly even still a bit pissed.
Make me your little moist mermaid, right here on the sand. Could I please be Clarinet? I feel like I'm born for this.
Oh, I should have been wearing these. I have Moomin earrings, and Moomin kind of looks like a hippo.
Yep, this feels different to an arsehole. His throbbing whistles.
Billy Clouds was tragically eaten by hippopotamus.
Murder at the...
The life of a dyslexic, once actor, now turned house husband.
The dressing gown. So sorry. Beg my pardon.
Maybe you could do it on Sunday. I think you're wasting this man's valuable time at this point. This is true. You won't even watch this. It's fine. Okay, bye.
Billy Cloud's on Facebook though. Don't know who that is. Oh, can you tell me, Reese? Can you message me who Billy Cloud is, please?
Population paste. I want you to squirt your population paste all over my milk orbs.
All right, thanks so much, Reese. You're the best. Can't wait for next week.
That's me. I've been Dan, and you've been Smarty. Goodbye.
But first, Cannon, I need to take you back to bed and have you fill my vaginal sandwich. I want you to squirt. I want you to say
it.
I want you to squirt your population paste all over my milk orbs. It's been 4 weeks. All through years. I just don't know. Pass. Whew.